Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another Dragon Ball figure unboxing video. And ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, have I been waiting a long time to break open this guy. You can see that the bubble wrap has already begun falling off of him because he's been trying to break out himself for so long. Today we are going to be looking at the there we go. Final figure in our Dragon Ball Heroes Month shenanigans. Oh boy. Today we're going to be looking at this absolute monster, the King Cluster Super Saiyan 4 Super Dragon Ball Heroes Saga Super Saiyan 4 Broly. I think I said Super Saiyan 4 twice, but I think I need to say, considering the size of this figure, oh man, I am really excited to look at this guy, not only because obviously I'm excited to get this guy out of the box, but in honor of me actually finally pulling this guy in Dokkan on stream. Very, very hype moment. I had to crack this boy out. You can see me holding him in the clip. This is a beautiful figure. So this is a King Cluster figure. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I went to the gym. This thing is really heavy. We obviously have the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Prize A with the Ichiban Kuji logo, Broly on the front. Funny enough, he is a little bit blurry. I know it's kind of hard to tell considering my camera's there, but like on the actual box, he does look like a tiny bit blurry, which I almost wonder if that's just because the render has to be so big for the box, which I think is pretty funny. We have the logo of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, King Cluster Broly, another great angle. Of course, we have the back of the box here with the Super Saiyan 4 Broly card that this guy is actually based off of, which is pretty cool. Obviously, all of these different figures are always based off of a specific Dragon Ball Heroes card, so it makes sense that obviously Broly would be based off of this one. This, of course, was from the same set that the God Trunks was from, if that wasn't obvious from before, the one that we took a look at last week. And if we go, oh my gosh, the sticker of authenticity is right there, if it'll focus. Close enough. There we go. Now we got it. Prize A, obviously, with a little flap at the top. Super Dragon Ball Heroes Saga. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. Now, obviously, with this being a King Cluster figure, the King Cluster line is obviously known for being the giant Broly line. It kicked off with the original Full Power Broly from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. I actually, funny enough, haven't even opened up yet the King Cluster Z Broly, which I do have in my collection, but very weird, I will say. Like, I know it was because of the Dragon Ball Heroes Saga. Ichiban Kuji was the reason why that we got this first, but it is very funny to me that we got a non-canon form for Broly before we got Z, which, okay, listen, I know Z Broly isn't canon either, but, like, he's definitely closer to the canon than Super Saiyan 4 Broly is, obviously. Alright, cracking open the box here, I will learn from the Trunks that we have to crack open the tape on the handle. There we go, because the handle is actually part of the box that keeps it together. You have to pull that little tab down, and then, oh, the sides are taped. Oh my gosh, that's how heavy this bad boy is. Don't cut towards yourself. Very stupid idea, by the way. I should know better. There we go. Okay. The inside is taped too? Oh my gosh, they really don't want you getting in this thing. Now, if you guys remember me talking about this in the Trunks video, and I think one of the other Dragon Ball Heroes Ichiban Kuji videos, I did actually get this guy along with the Trunks in a fantastic deal off of an eBay bundle a couple years ago, and they have both... Oh, that's so loud. Okay, don't fall. That's gonna fall if I lift the box, huh? Oh yeah, okay. Alright, let me put the box to the side. Okay, we're looking alright here. Let me put this down so then I can move the camera up. Holy cow. I got this in a fantastic deal. These were the only two figures that I really cared about from the Ichiban Kuji set last year. Oh, he's so big he comes in a clamshell. Will he stand? Yes, okay, good. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him wobbling a little bit. This is here. Let me give you the side view of him like, whoa. Well, that does not make me feel very helpful or very helpful. Very comfortable. Let me go ahead and oh my gosh. Alright, so obviously all of the King Cluster Brolys come in this big clamshell because, of course, you know, they want to make sure that they are nice and secured. That's also going to be kind of loud. I hope that won't be too loud. I am filming this video a little bit late at night. We're going to just cut the tape on the whole thing. Yeah, I always love unboxing these figures because, don't get me wrong, I love Ichiban Kuji. I love what they've been doing recently with a lot of their figures. But I gotta say, bro, like, opening up a... Okay, we have no tape on that side. Opening up a King Cluster figure... Oh my gosh, come on. Oh, that's so loud. Oh, I really hope I didn't wake anybody up. Oh, I apologize, home members, if I woke anybody up with that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hopefully they're sleeping like a rock after some yummy Thanksgiving. That'll give you a little bit of a time when this was filmed. It's not filmed on Thanksgiving, though. Alright. We'll just keep the bottom taped, I guess, because that's just the easiest way. And then we can just grab... Is that the stand down there? Yeah, that's the stand that's taped in. Where do I grab him from? Okay. Oh, and the tail is just chilling in there. Okay. Holy moly. Let's go ahead and get the tail out. We'll pull that out. And then what this is this is the stand taped in there. Where do I put him while I get to the stand? I guess we'll just hold him. He's literally just wrapped up. This is nice, though, because this isn't, like, too much crazy packaging for this. I might actually... Is that tape going to come? Well, we'll just do it like this. And we can slide the... Maybe? It does smell like a new figure, though. I don't know if any of you guys, like... I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about. There's those smells of, like... When you buy a new product, the new product smells a specific way. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's part of the unboxing experience, bro. Alright, we're going to put this aside for now, because obviously I will put the box like back together with the packaging later. Tail, stand, BROLY. Does he stand without? Oh, he actually does stand without the stand. Okay, that's rather impressive. Alright, so let's go ahead and unwrap him. I think we can pull the camera in a little bit closer here now, just because obviously we got the box out of the way. Alright, so he just kind of unwraps. Wow, I really like the sculpting on this guy a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and get that off. We'll put everything together before we actually like give a proper look at the face, which I do think is pretty good. Oh, that is really unfortunate, though. I can already see on mine there is a nick on the gold, which is very unfortunate. I don't know if that's a paint flake. It kind of feels like it's raised rather than a dent. I might be able to paint over that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the tail on. I'm really impressed that he stands without any help, actually. Like, I don't know why. I think it's just because it's such a big figure that it impresses me that he can stand without it. Okay, so this is the tail, by the way. Very, very nice. I love the sculpting on Super Saiyan 4 Ichiban Kuji figures. A lot of the time they do a really good job making the fur actually look like fur, which is awesome. This does have a little shape, so you can actually put this in here and it should just slide right in once you have the shape correct, I think. Yes. Wow, that's actually a very like springy tail too. It's not like articulated or anything, like you can't like adjust the size of it, but there you go. That's the tail put right in there. It looks very nice. I'm sorry if my hand was in the way. Okay, so let's actually give him the foot base. This should just go on like this, I think. Does it go on the other foot? I don't want to ruin the gold boots, because obviously the gold boots are very striking. Okay, perfect, actually. Wow, that even makes him more stable, which is cool. He's a little bit wobbly, but I think he'll be alright. Okay, so, panning up on this behemoth. Wow, as you can see, this figure is super striking. Let's go ahead and pull in our shot here a little bit to get the bad boy with his face all revealed. And the one thing that I actually really like about this figure, funny enough, is that in proper Super Saiyan 4 Broly fashion, they actually didn't paint the eyes at all, just like how the form is supposed to be. Which, I will say, funny enough, helps this figure a lot, because since you don't have to paint on any eyes, wow, holy cow, since you don't have to paint on any eyes, there's less of a chance of you messing up the sculpt for the eyes. I gotta say, holy moly, bro. So first of all, my tripod only goes up that far, so I'm gonna have to hold this up for you. But his eyebrows are super thick. Oh my gosh. Those are some thick eyebrows, bro. You need to go to the barber, bro. Other than that, though, I do think it is a very nice face. I think especially from, like, this angle, it looks really, really good, if I do say so myself. And it's kind of weird that his bangs aren't actually connected to his hair there. That is a little bit odd. The only other thing I will say is his mouth does look a little bit odd just because of the skin tone and how his teeth are. But of course, that's just, you know, his skin, I guess. The rest of the sculpt on the figure, though, looks absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we have these great, very small details. I love the details of the vein and the scar on his stomach. The sculpt on the veins and on the scar is really, really nice. Again, this stuff on the fur also looks very, very good. Talking about his belt here, I really, really like the way that the fabric looks very torn and tattered as well. Very much so a shame about the nick on the front of the belt, but what can you do, I suppose. We do have these very nice gold gauntlets, I guess you would call them. Obviously, the sort of blue gem there too looks very, very sharp. It's hard to, like, hold this guy and give you a close-up because he's so heavy. I also don't want to knock him over either. I will hold him up to give you a quick look at the boots here, but overall, this is a really, really good looking figure. Obviously, this guy is huge. Look at those, like, clown feet, bro. My man's got on a size 18 male US. That's crazy. I really like the white pants as well. I know that's more of, like, just a design for BROLY, but I think that's just a nice touch. Like, look at that ankle, bro. That looks super sick. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this is a fantastic figure. Obviously, Super Saiyan 4 is super cool, so to be able to get it in physical form for BROLY is very, very nice. Obviously, there is the new Ichiban Kuji Super Saiyan 4 BROLY as well. That one is in more of a dynamic pose, but personally, I might want to get the Limit Breaker version of that figure, which is the last one prize for that particular Ichiban Kuji. And then it would probably be good on Super Saiyan 4 BROLY figures. I didn't even think I would ever be able to say that, but let's go ahead and give them some size comparisons. Okay, so I can't hold in my laughter because BROLY will not fit in the frame if I have these two figures in here. Of course, we have our usual comparison, this being the Ichiban Kuji Gotenks and the Super Saiyan Blue WCF Goku. You can see that my man well towers above them, obviously being so small. Goku is basically just the size of BROLY's boot. And Gotenks almost doesn't even make it up to halfway on my man's, which is crazy. This is a really good, like, you know, sort of size, like, seeing how big he is. And I will lift up the camera just so you can actually see how tall he is here. He does stand at just about, you can see his shadow of the ruler too, just about, I guess, closer to 13. Initially looking at this, I was thinking that it was going to be more like a foot, but no, it's more like a foot and an inch. I think he's just under 13 inches. It's more like maybe 12 3/4 is closer. Maybe like 7/8, right, off of 12. This is a giant figure, ladies and gentlemen. And so, to give you some proper comparisons, let me get some other Dragon Ball heroes for you. Now, it's basically not even worth it comparing it to Bam Presto figures because obviously being an Ichiban Kuji figure, this guy is huge, and of course more so being a King Cluster figure. So I'm just going to give you that quick height comparison with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. No crazy pictures for you because I want to get on to comparing him to some more sizable figures. We have the Ichiban Kuji Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. I say sizable, and look at the absolute difference between these two. Oh my god. gosh, Broly is a behemoth. Obviously, this is also a canon fight, which is pretty cool, of course, more so on the Limit Breaker side of things, which I am hoping to get the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and maybe the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Broly someday. But for now, I am absolutely satisfied with this bad boy right here. Vegito does scale okay, I guess. I think he's still a little bit too small compared to Broly. Obviously, he's definitely closer than Goku, but swapping him out, we actually have the other character that we have unboxed from this Ichiban Kuji, and of course that being the Trunks. Now, weirdly enough, I do still feel like Trunks is a little bit bigger than Vegito, even though he's obviously shorter because of his stance. Maybe it's just because my eyes are playing optical illusions on me. I don't know, even though I think Vegito and Trunks are close to the same size, but this is a pretty cool setup here. Obviously, both of these guys being from the same set, they are meant to, you know, be relatively close in size. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I imagine Trunks a little bit shorter than Vegito, but I could see this as maybe being a little bit about accurate. Like, I think it's close enough in terms of the sizes between these two. Very insane, though. Broly is pretty much undefeated. However, we do have a contender for the big furry boy here. Never thought I'd say that sentence in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you, or reintroduce you, or I guess more so bring him back out onto the playing field. The OG, the very first Super Saiyan Fury? Full power? Yeah, full power. I almost said Fury. Sorry, I've been playing too much Legends with that new green Broly. He's a great unit, by the way. And he's also kind of hard to stand. I don't know why he stands so well on like the one spot on the shelf that I got him on. Maybe it's not balanced correctly. I don't know. I'll just hold his foot though. You can't even really see it in the shot. But of course, this is the full power Super Saiyan Broly. Wow, these guys are pretty nutso together, if I do say so myself. Obviously, these guys scale correctly because, of course, they are both King Cluster Brolys. I can't even really tell which one is the reigning king in terms of size. I still think Full Power does win out just because of the tippy top of his hair is like pointed up to the sky, and Broly's obviously doing the thing where he's throwing his head back. So these guys are super close though. Obviously really cool to have these two forms together. I guess technically the strongest form of both of these characters, besides obviously Limit Breaker, for the Dragon Ball Heroes Broly, which is quite interesting. But obviously very, very cool having these guys on the shelf together. Of course, again, they scale very, very well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I have been really looking forward to this unboxing myself for a very, very long time now, especially since I've had this guy, excuse me, I said that word way too fast, in storage. I've had him in storage for a fat minute, considering I have. I'm so excited that I finally have him out of the box, bro. If you would like to support me buying more giant monkeys, you could do so on the old Patreon. I would really appreciate it. But of course, I just appreciate you guys watching the video. And unfortunately, I don't really have any links for you this time around where you could pick this guy up, because this guy did not get an import into the States. I literally just picked this guy up from a eBay listing on Japan. And boy, am I glad he did, though, because I actually really, really like this figure. I have no idea where I'm going to display it. Some last quick minute thoughts, though. For one, with our boy Broly, the only two problems I see besides the quick paint apps that I saw was the fact that with the sculpting on the pant here, it does kind of look like they just slapped it in there, and it doesn't really look like the pants were sculpted around. It's kind of hard to tell in the camera, but you can sort of tell in that gapping up there, closer to the top of it. It's not really focusing on it, so it's kind of hard to show you it, but there is a lot of gapping at the top of the part. Yeah, it's literally when I turn it like this, it's like, oh, we're good, and then when I turn it like this, it's like out of focus. But there's a little bit of gapping. You can see it better there. Or it sort of just looks like that was stuck on, which is the only thing that kind of stinks, really, because obviously this being such an expensive figure, and especially for you if you're going to justify buying this since you have to import it, you know, I do think that that is something to consider. I think it's worth it for me personally, but of course, again, you are the one that needs to make that decision. But I will say, a huge improvement over the previous King Cluster Broly is the foot piece. Obviously, he stands absolutely fantastically, And you were hearing more so, right? With the original, his foot piece is awful. I kind of have him standing, but he's still, like, terrible to try and get him to stand up. This might be really liking the figure. So definitely do more of these kinds of stands if they're going to do more King Cluster, which I know that they are because it's a moneymaker with these giant figures. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I will catch you in the next one. So concludes the end of Dragon Ball Heroes Month. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about all the hero shenanigans in the comments section below. And I will catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.